Story still fresh in our minds. 9 months after Chesapeake police officer Timothy Schock died during dive training because equipment failed, the department says its equipment failed again.
A Chesapeake Police Department spokesperson confirms during last week's training a piece of dive equipment didn't work. So the department sent out all of the equipment to be tested. Now, while it was out being tested, a Chesapeake man drowned. It happened Labor Day on Shell Road. 59-year-old Don Burford died. A sailor who was on the scene and searched for the victim before police arrived spoke to 10 on Your Side's Melanie Woodrow about what he saw. Melanie?
Nicole and Tom, I wanted to ask Chesapeake Police Chief Kelvin Wright about officers' response time to the drowning. I also wanted to ask him about the dive equipment failure. But Chesapeake Police spokesperson Kelly O'Sullivan said she and Wright were not interested in speaking to me on camera. Here's sailor and certified diver Jonathan Wood's account of what happened.
All of a sudden, we all heard a loud scream, help, 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 from across the cove.
Sailor and certified diver Jonathan Wood says the water was deep, 15 to 18 feet.
You can't see anything, not even light.
Wood was one of the first to search for 59-year-old Don Burford. When Chesapeake police showed up, Wood says they did not have dive gear.
They were in the water with metal poles, just dipping them down in the water to see if they could feel anything.
That is how Wood says they later found Burford. But 9 months after one of their own drowned, the department is still having issues with their dive gear. Chesapeake Police Department spokesperson Kelly O'Sullivan confirmed, quote, when the dive officers team conducted their inspection on the new dive equipment at their last training last week, it was discovered that a part of one of the regulators was not operating appropriately. Therefore, all of the new equipment was sent off to be tested.
So I asked him, well, what are you guys going to do about it? And he said Norfolk Police Department was dispatched there on their way with a marine boat.
Norfolk Police spokesperson Karen Parker Chesson said the dispatch call came in at 6:05 p.m. and the marine boat arrived at 6:21 p.m., 1 hour and 11 minutes after the initial call to Chesapeake for help, according to Chesapeake Fire Captain Scott Saunders, which is why Jonathan Wood called 10 on Your Side.
It wasn't to throw Chesapeake under the bus per se. It was more toward its outreach to other families, especially with small children, to keep an eye out when you're out on the water, especially in Chesapeake. Just keep an eye on your children, keep an eye on your family members, your loved ones, your friends, because anything can happen in a split second, and it's going to take a while for them to respond, obviously.
Chesapeake police could not tell me when the dive equipment would be back from testing. Kelly O'Sullivan said, quote, I have most of the information you requested, just need to run it through the appropriate people for accuracy. You should hopefully have most of it tomorrow. We'll keep you posted, and if we do get that information before the end of 6 p.m.'s newscast, we'll be sure to share it with you sooner. Melanie Woodrow, 10 on Your Side.
And after Officer Schock's death, all Chesapeake divers received new equipment. In May, 5 months after his death, the dive team was allowed back into the water with that new equipment.